Hi everyone, my name is Amber and I'm an English teacher at Nacelle English School London, and I'm here today to do another free English class for you guys to study at home. As always during the class, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Or if you just want to say hello, I love to see all of the messages that you guys send. So today's class is on a topic that I think would be very helpful for people, and it's on sorry, I'm distracted by the messages. It's on the difference of if I knew and I wish I knew. So we're going to look at both of these separately, have a look at some examples, and then we'll do a quiz at the end to check your understanding. So I hope you guys are ready for today's class and we will begin. So let's take an example of a situation. So the situation is this. Jane wants to phone Sam, but she doesn't know his number. Okay, she wants to call him, but she doesn't know his number. So Jane can say, if I knew his number, I would phone him. If I knew his number, I would phone him. This means she doesn't know his number, so she can't call him. That's what we're saying. She doesn't know his number, so we cannot call him. Okay, we're going to look at another example. Sophie wants to drive to Liverpool, but she doesn't know the way. Okay, she wants to drive to Liverpool, but she doesn't know the way. She doesn't know the direction. Sophie can say, if I knew the way, I would drive to Liverpool. If I knew the way, I would drive to Liverpool. But this means she doesn't know how to drive to Liverpool, so she doesn't go. If I knew the way, I would drive to Liverpool. She doesn't know how to drive, so she cannot go to Liverpool. Okay, so these are two example sentences. I have one. So what does it mean? So we use if I knew to talk about imaginary situations, for situations that are not real. Okay, and the meaning is in the present and not in the past. Okay, knew is the past verb form of know, but we are talking about the present. Okay, have some more information. So the structure of this is if plus the past form of the verb. So we have, if he knew Spanish, he would move to Spain. Okay, this means he doesn't know Spanish, so he will not move to Spain. The second example is, if she knew how to dance, she would go to the party. This means she doesn't know how to dance, so she will not go to the party. Okay, we can also use other verbs, not just knew, but other past verbs, for example, has, could, and were. Okay, so I have the examples. If he could drive, it would be very useful. If he could drive, it would be very useful. This means he can't drive, so it's not useful. And the second example is, if I were you, I would buy the new shoes. This means I'm not you, and I won't buy the shoes, but you should buy the shoes. Okay, if I were you, I would buy the new shoes. These are all examples of using this if I knew or if plus past verb. We're also going to look at wish. Okay, so we can use wish to say that we regret something or that something is not as we want it to be. Okay, if you regret something, you wish you could change it. I have some examples for this as well. So I wish I knew Paul's phone number. This means I don't know the number and I regret this. The second example is, do you wish you knew how to play the piano? It means you can't play the piano, and do you regret this? Do you wish you could change this? Okay, and it's the same structure as before. You have wish plus a past verb. We can use knew, I wish I knew. We can use could, I wish I could. We can use were, I wish we were. Or we can use had, I wish I had. These are just some of the examples. There are obviously other verbs you can use. Okay, let's have a look at some more examples then. So we also have, I wish I had an umbrella. I wish I had an umbrella. You don't have an umbrella and you regret this. You wish you could change this. And the last one is, I wish there weren't so many people. This means there are lots of people, you don't like it, and you want there to be less people. Okay. And that is the main difference of how we use I wish and if I knew. Please be careful, there is an exception to the rule here. When we use if and wish, we can use were or was. It doesn't matter if it's singular or plural. Okay, you can choose which one you want. So for example, it's grammatically correct to say, I wish she were here. And it's also grammatically correct to say, I wish she was here. You will see both of these in writing and in reading practice that you would do. Both of these are grammatically correct. The other example, if it weren't so cold and if it wasn't so cold, ... are also both grammatically correct. You can use were and was for singular and plural when using if and wish. If this is confusing for you, just stick with the same rule. If it's singular, use was. If it's plural, use were. But it's important to know that you can mix between the two. I know English is very strange, and this is one of those examples when English can be a little bit difficult or confusing. Okay, so that is all of the information that I'm going to give you. We're now going to do a quiz. So there are 6 questions, I think, and this is a writing quiz, a writing practice. So what I want you to do is to rewrite the sentence using if plus a past verb. So it could be if I knew, if I did, if I had. It's up to you. So the sentence I've got for you is, I don't know many people, I'm lonely. I don't know many people, I'm lonely. Please rewrite the sentence using if plus past. I've given you a clue. The verb you should use is knew. Okay, so it's if I knew ... Okay, what is the new sentence we're going for? I'll give you a few more seconds to have a think about this and we'll move on to the next one. So my sentence is, I don't know many people, I'm lonely. What should the sentence be with if? Okay, moving on. Number 2. Next one. The soup is very salty. I can't cook. The soup is very salty. I can't cook. I want you to write a sentence using if. Again, I've helped you. I've given you the verb that you should use. Okay, so you need to use the verb knew. Okay, what is your sentence? What is your sentence? Okay, I can see some of you are getting these correct, are having a go. So this one is, the soup is very salty, I can't cook. What is the correct sentence? What is the sentence using if plus past? Okay, you need to use the verb knew. Okay, moving on then to number 3. We don't go out very often. We can't afford it. We don't go out very often. We can't afford it. Okay, what sentence could we use using if and had? I've given you the verb here. If and had. What would your sentence be? Okay, I'll give you a few more seconds. I can see lots of answers coming through. Okay, now we're going to look at wish instead. Okay, so write a sentence with wish plus past. So we're changing here now. Instead of practicing if, we're now going to practice wish. Okay, wish plus past. So your question is this: I don't have a laptop and I need one. I don't have a laptop and I need one. Okay, write a sentence using wish plus the past verb. I've given it to you here. The verb you should use is had. Okay, what is your sentence? I don't have a laptop and I need one. Okay, what should your sentence be? I'll give you a few more seconds and then we'll move on to, okay, a few more seconds and we'll move on. Okay, the next one then. She lives in a big city and she doesn't like it. She lives in a big city and she doesn't like it. What would your sentence be if we had wish and the verb in past lived? Okay, what would your sentence be? She lives in a big city and she doesn't like it. What would the sentence be if we were using wish plus lived? I'll give you a few seconds for this one and then we'll look at the final one together. Okay, and the final one then. Jack isn't feeling well and it's not nice. Jack isn't feeling well and it's not nice. Okay, what would the sentence be if we were using wish plus past? Wish plus past. I've given you the verb. It would be felt. Be felt. Okay, what would the sentence be? All right, let's have a look at the answers and see if you were correct. So number one, I don't know many people, I'm lonely. We could also say, if I knew more people, I wouldn't be lonely. If I knew more people, I wouldn't be lonely. Okay, these have the same meaning. If I knew more people, I wouldn't be lonely. Well, I don't know if you got this one correct. Let's have a look at the second one. So the soup is very salty. I can't cook. The other sentence we were looking for is, if I knew how to cook, the soup wouldn't be salty. Okay, if I knew how to cook, the soup wouldn't be salty. Well done if you got this one correct. Let's look at number three. Number three, we don't go out very often, we can't afford it. We don't go out very often, we can't afford it. The correct answer is, if we had more money, we would go out more often. If we had more money, we would go out more often. Okay, these have the same meaning, so you can choose how you would write it. Let's have a look at the next one, which is to do with wish. So I said, I don't have a laptop and I need one. The sentence we were looking for is, I wish I had a laptop. I wish I had a laptop. Okay, the next one. I said, she lives in a big city and she doesn't like it. The sentence I wanted you to give me was, she wishes she lived in the countryside. She wishes she lived in the countryside. And finally then, we have this one. I said, Jack isn't feeling well and it's not nice. We were looking for, Jack wishes he felt better. Jack wishes he felt better. Okay. And that's it, guys. So those are the differences on how to use if I knew and I wish. I hope that you found this class helpful. And I recommend later when it goes on to IGTV that you rewatch it if you need the extra practice. I'm going to hang around, so if you guys have any questions for me about today's class, I will answer them now, or if you don't, then that will be the end of the lesson. Thank you as always for watching and for following at home. I know that it can be quite hard to stay motivated to study at home, but well done for continuing to watch these classes and study along with me at home. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. And this video will be saved onto IGTV later for you to watch whenever you want, if you want to watch it again or share it with a friend. Okay, I don't think there are any questions, so have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you on Thursday maybe. Okay, bye!